Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. Let's begin with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then grab a PVC pipe. We're gonna do some pass-throughs, loosen up those shoulders. On the pass-throughs, try to keep your elbows totally straight as you go over the top of your head and behind your head. Shrug your shoulder blades up, make your neck disappear, right? Keeping those elbows straight as you go behind your body is what really gets the stretch in the pecs and the shoulders. Next one, you can set that down. 4 reps of a frog hop. Just get as high as you can, but think about the focus is soft landing and big jump on those frog hops. Last one, sit down, straddle roll up. All right, so split your feet and alternate sides for that dynamic reach. And then we can go into our setup and first reps of our seated press. So you'll set this up approximately the same way you set up a bench press, right? And then we're just sitting in front of the bar, right? And you're gonna pick it up kind of like you would pick up a front rack for a shoulder press. And then we're just pressing using no hips, no momentum, just vertical pressing movement with the barbell and then putting it back in the rack, all right? And that is our strength movement for today. Also, seated vertical press. Superset is a double dumbbell bent over row. The reps are the same as 8 and 8. So with my 2 dumbbells at the same time in this kind of RDL position, just rowing, I try to get one head of the dumbbell to touch my rib cage, like right about here when I finish at the top, okay? When you're done with all 4 of those sets, we're gonna go into our 12-minute AMRAP, but it is it's a structured AMRAP interval workout, all right? So we'll have 12 minutes total. We're going 2 times through this sequence. Minute number 1 is going to be with a jump rope, and it's gonna be as many double unders as you can get. So today, if you can do some double unders, try to practice those, right? It's a great time. You got a minute, get as many as you can, even if it's like do a double under and then trip. Practice trying to get multiple ones in a row, or practice trying to get your first one. It's a great time for that. Minute 2 through 5, so the following 3 minutes will be an AMRAP of 2 exercises. First one is a hand release push-up, right? So that is from my plank position all the way down to the ground, hands come up off the ground, and then replace my hands and then drive back up, all right? So elbows straight at the top. But at the bottom, try really hard to maintain tension in your body, even without your hands on the floor, right? So my butt's still tight, my quads are still tight, knees still not touching the ground if I can keep them from doing that. Maybe my thighs are a little bit on the ground, and that's okay, but just try not to be like loosey-goosey at the bottom, right? And then the alternate movement, or the second movement, is getting out of the pool or get out of the pool. You can have an adjustable pull-up bar for this. You could have a box underneath one of the other pull-up bars for this, but this is the pulling onto and over an object is the goal here, right? It's a very functional exercise. If you've ever had to climb a fence, or if you've ever had to like just get into a tree or do any kind of thing where you are climbing, right? This is a very useful movement for that. Even if you don't actually use it to get out of the pool, right? It's still one of those things that we think humans should fundamentally be able to pull themselves up to and on top of an object, right? That's kind of the goal. And we can change the difficulty level of this. Like easy-ish is somewhere around your chest height. It gets more difficult when you get into your face height, and it gets very difficult if you go over the top of your head. And then there's the coach's challenge, which is the bar muscle up, and it will only be for 3 reps. So you tune the difficulty of this to whatever is appropriate for you. Gives you just a little bit of anxiety, maybe to try it, a little bit of fear of like flipping over. You won't flip over, right? But it has to be relatively challenging in order to get something out of it. Squatting down so the elbows are totally straight, kind of like I'm just dead hanging from that object or the bar, and then using a combination of legs and arms to jump up to and on top of that bar, and then pressing out to the full extent of my arms, making sure I don't hit my head on the bar right there that's over the top of me, all right? 5 reps of that movement is our superset, or not superset, that's like our alternate complementary movements there. And then the 6th minute is resting, and then we'll repeat the whole sequence 1 time, all right? That's it for today. Hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you on Wednesday.